Hey, what's up, good people? It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Thursday morning. It's May 16th, and it is 3:59 in the a.m. I want to share something, and it's not from any reading. It's a personal message. Um, you ever read something that just highlights something that you've done, and you just flooded with guilt and you just flooded with shame for a brief moment. And I say a brief moment not to minimize what it is that you've done, but I say a brief moment to make you reflect on, the gravity of whatever it is that you've done. Uh, Hopefully you've confessed. Hopefully you've repented. Uh, if not, you revisit the guilt and the shame that you're hiding or repressing, and it kind of triggers a series of events. For me, I just had something that made me revisit an incident and just kind of mashed the button, a twinge of ooh, I did that. I've shared over a period of time, and if you go back some videos, you'll see that I periodically bring it back up just to remind you and me, primarily me, that this thing is still in me, but there isn't but. I've given it to God, but I'm full aware that it's still there. It's not active, but it can be under the right set of circumstances, or if I take my eyes off God. I've always likened it to, again, here's the analogy, a broken arm. That break is there. That limb is no longer a solid piece, even though it does knit. You still favor it because you know there's a weakness there. And, such is the case for me. I said, and I've told you, I've confessed, I've repented. And, this is part of the underpinning for my personal ministry, knowing that this thing is there. Okay, now here's what I read to bring this all home. I was reading the daily Quran reading. Usually I post that, and I post some pictures of the quotes or some pictures to kind of accentuate whatever it is that I've quoted from the Quran. And I've shared that I read the Torah and the Quran along with my Bible readings for the day, right? So here we go, the Quran. It says, and those who, when oppressive wrong is done to them, okay, and those who, when oppressive wrong is done to them, they take revenge. And the retribution for an evil act is an evil one like it. So, something that you considered egregious, you turn around and you do something that's equally egregious, but you want to hold the initial egregious act as something, that was so vile, but here you are turning around and doing the exact same thing. And see, sin warps our thinking like that. It's like, I'm holding you accountable. But here I am, at war. So the things that we're holding people accountable for, we're guilty of, or in equal and sometimes excessive measure. And, it takes God to reveal that to you. You can intellectually grasp the concept, but when you're in the throes of something, baby, you need to be connected to the Holy Spirit You need to be calling down that legion of angels, because you're just as grimy, greasy, gully, and foul as what you believe was done to you. So let me just read this whole quote. And those who, when oppressive wrong is done to them, they take revenge, and the retribution for an evil act is an evil one like it. But whoever pardons and makes reconciliation, here's that restoration. So that must be the word for the day, y'all. Who makes reconciliation, his reward is due from Allah. Indeed, he does not like wrongdoers. See, while we're pinging off one another, God sits in judgment of both. Yeah, but they wronged me. God sits in judgment of both. Did he call you to take action? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. You know, God's going to hand out the correction. See, our correction is based on what we want to happen. You know, what we feel is best. So, in essence, we are pushing God off his throne to be judge and jury at this point. And again, we're expecting grace for ourselves and denying it to this other person because they wronged us. Not they wronged God or they wronged mankind, you know. It's all about me in this moment. You know what we call that person? If we must call them anything, that person is all about me. You know, that person. And you'll see this word all over the internet these days. That person's called a narcissist. Now, the person that did the wrong may very well be one as well, but when you take vengeance into your own hands and it becomes all about you, yeah, you're headed into some really dark waters. And as I've shared, this is a painful reminder of my mental state at one point in time. I told you I would keep this real, raw, 100 autobiographical. You know, and I will tell the truth and shame the devil as opposed to me wearing the shame and staying stuck. There you have it.